All right, welcome back. Today we are finally forging the Damascus knife. As you guys seen a long time ago in the Tonto video when I started working on the metal actually, I got really sidetracked forging blacksmith knives, and I'm finally starting on the Damascus knife again. So we have it here. Boom. As you guys seen when I was welding it, this is what it looks like. And this is, I don't know how many layers. You guys know what it is. I don't know what it is, you guys do. But I think it's around 15, if not 10 to 15, or 11 to 15, I guess. Somewhere in there. But we're going to get the forge lit and we're gonna start forging. We're just gonna be forging a regular knife with a wooden handle. So let's get started. Stay along. So the billet when I started was about 2 inches by 2 inches, and it was about 2 inches tall. I would say almost 2 inches tall. I think I'm gonna be able to make like 2 knives out of this when I finish. So yeah, this is gonna be a big billet. That'll feel good. Just see Skylar here, start his tractor and then staying out here by the forge. That was one of the pieces that was too long. So you see how you can see there's the one. The further up you grab, up here, you'll get more like grip.
That's fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's heavy up there.
It's 4 pounds. Right there at the end.
That's nice. Sick.
Okay, my turn.
All right, here we go. This is one of the knives. This is the other one. We made 2 of them. There was plenty of steel to make 2 of these knives. This one's actually way bigger than I thought it was gonna turn out. I thought this was only gonna be a 6-inch blade. This is like almost a 5-inch, or it's a 6-inch knife. This is almost a 6-inch blade. So we're going to get to sanding on these. We're gonna be using a worn out 40 grit belt. It still has some life left in it. And then we'll use a sharp 40 grit belt to finish these knives up. Whee! Bye. I got awesome lighting, by the way, don't I? So this is the smaller knife. I got it finished up, and we're getting ready to quench it. And this is the bigger knife. Also got it pretty good. Now getting ready to quench it. So I just ran to Dollar General. Actually, I didn't run, I drove. My beautiful truck with the train horn. Awesome. But we are getting ready to quench these. I'm going to quench them in canola oil. And we're going to hope for the best because I've never actually used canola oil. I've always used motor oil. So that usually works, but I'm going to see how canola oil works because I don't have any used motor oil. Let's get going. We are going to start sanding. Here's the belt sander. I'm at my grandpa's house because my parents are getting picked up and I needed to bring a truck here for my grandpa to go pick them up. So we're gonna start sanding and then we can start hand sanding. We just need to do a little bit just to clean up the profile. Shoot, I didn't bring any smaller belts. That's bad. A lot of hand sanding ahead. Time to start. In my opinion, not an awful part of making Damascus knives, but a lot of people really dislike this part, hand sanding. I don't hate it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not awful, but it can be time consuming. So we're gonna start and get on it. I did not bring any higher belts other than my 40 grit belt, so I have to start hand sanding at 150 instead of 220 grit, and I have to just hope for the best. Comment a good movie for me to watch next time I do hand sanding on a Damascus knife. Alright, I'm back at the house. I'm finishing sanding the one knife though. Alright, time to start doing the handle. We're gonna sand it down because I already got the stuff cut up. We are going to be using nails for the pins, so I'm going to go get the nails. So I can drill holes for the nails in the knife and then in the wood. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow when we finish up this knife. Actually are in this video of forging. All right, Scotty here, he was actually helping forge a little bit. So I take the knife and I'll usually put it in a bite. There's the hole, there's the hole, there's the hole. Through, and then I'll take this. Plant these ones because, you know, the bolts and everything, I'll take after the handle is on.
Let me do this one?
Yeah, go for it. Just take.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
That. Take open that up. After you burn it.
5-10 minutes or what? 30?
12 hours.
Oh, I thought you said it was 5 minutes.
It's 5 minute epoxy. It sets up, but it doesn't get hard.
So you're gonna leave it there for
I'll leave it
hours.
there tomorrow morning. I'll finish this knife.
Bad.
You can come out. Oh, I guess we can be here.
I'll be working.
All right, guys. So, whoops. While the other knife is finishing up, we're going to finish the smaller knife, and we have to hand sand it a little bit because I put some glue on it accidentally. So we have to hand sand it, and then we also have to hand sand the metal and the wood on the handle, so then I can etch it and it looks good. So let's get that done. All right, we're going to put this in the ferric chloride for 5 minutes, and then we'll hand sand it at 1000 grit, and then do another 5 minutes, and sand it, and then do it again, hand sand it. All right, last time. All right, so you can't really see the pattern for some reason, and I'm kind of sad about that. Actually, I'm really sad about that. And it also smudged off the mirror finish, sadly. But tomorrow I'm going to town anyways, and I'm gonna get some instant coffee, and we're gonna see if that can help, because I do know that helps a lot, and I'm really hoping it works. But we'll find out tomorrow. All right, second knife is glued up and it's finished, and now it's time to finish it. So take the angle grinder, which I hope is in here. It is, and we're gonna cut these the nails off, and then we can clean the handle up, and then we can etch the knife. And hopefully this one turns out pretty good. Lit. Last time doing the sanding with the ferric chloride. All right, here we go. Time to put this in the coffee. All right, we're gonna check on the coffee etch and see how good it's looking. Hopefully it looks good. Okay, so for some reason, I don't know why, but these patterns on my most recent Damascus knives don't look good. I have no idea why, but I mean, I'm doing everything right, I think, but they just aren't turning out good, and I just need to try a couple more times, I think, and figure it out. But we are going to sharpen these knives, get them sharp, and then we'll go to the house and finish them up.